it. Coming to America 2.
I'm gonna start off if that's okay.
That's all right. Go ahead.
I think people were looking forward to it way too much. I wasn't. I really wasn't. Like, I expected it to be trash. I did. I did not think it was going to be any good. I have a hard time understanding how anyone expected it to be good. Like, I don't get what you expect. Like, what in life made you think that they would do a great job of this? But anyway, it was maybe slightly better than I thought it would be. It wasn't. I didn't think it was pure trash, but it wasn't very good.
All right. So the one, I can never trash anything that Eddie Murphy, the GOAT
Yeah,
for me.
come on, man.
Hold on. I'll be honest, but I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I gotta put that out there. I thought it would be a little bit better than what it was for some reason for me, but I didn't have a high expectancy because we talked about it before. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of things I talked about, I was right. They tried to overdo the funny, and some of it even came off a little bit buffoonish to a point. But I mean, overall, it's okay. Just like you said, as long as it doesn't suck, it's okay. It didn't suck, but I was just expecting a little bit more. But then I understood after I saw the movie, knowing who the writers are, the director, and everything like that, I kind of understood a little bit more.
Yeah, Kenya Barris. So I'm not feeling this dude.
And my thing is,
what else did he do?
He does Grown as Fuck. Grown as Fuck. He writes Blackish.
Blackish.
He writes Blackish.
Oh, okay, Blackish.
Mix-ish, all those, the issues.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm not feeling how. I don't know why everyone loves him so much.
And
I like
Blackish. Blackish came out, but it's like, all right. So if you're thriving with that kind of intellect, let that shit show here.
I enjoyed it, oddly, because it was just a regular ass movie to me. I didn't look at it as it was Coming to America 2. After, while watching it, it just became a regular ass movie to me. So I do agree with DeMario. I think everybody did have a hype. I had a hype for it too. It's 30 years later. I wanted to see what it would look like. But again, I think it was forced funny. It wasn't as organic as the first one. I do like that they tied a lot of the old shit in. You do got to realize it's shot during the pandemic in 2020. So you can't, what do you really expect? You're lucky they didn't have masks on, seriously. I really think
that's true.
I think that it was good for a movie. To me, it was a black movie. I didn't think of it as looking to see what Coming to America 2 would actually be. It just came off to me as a movie.
A sequel, by definition, a sequel will never be as good as the first. You know, some movies accidentally pull it off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's talk about those ones.
But by definition, they're not going to be as good as the first. So that's the first strike. Secondly, it's 30 years later. That's, you know what I'm saying? Just because someone is the greatest in their time doesn't mean they can come back 30 years later and they're still that guy. Eddie Murphy is not Eddie Murphy no more.
Right.
He's not. The same way I'm not DeMario that left 2 years ago. And people are going, oh, Eddie Murphy's the greatest in this. Yes, sure. He's not that guy no more. He's just not. So if he puts something together, let's see what this Eddie Murphy can do. Is what we all should have been thinking.
And that's how I think that's how I took it as, and that's why I enjoyed the movie, because I looked at it as this Eddie Murphy. I wasn't once I realized how the movie was going on, it wasn't going to be as organic and raw.
I think what this movie needed, what they needed was Eddie Murphy to first come out of retirement. He needed to start touring, doing comedy. He needed to start getting his groove back. And then let him and Arsenio Hall just go in there and be funny.
That's what, and they didn't do that
in this movie.
Yes, they did, and that's where they messed up.
They didn't. Yo, for the most of the comedy in this movie, it was other people.
It wasn't.
I think most of the movie they just let him go, and I think that's where they messed up. Because everybody knows
part of the movie where Eddie Murphy was doing something funny. I can't think of one part.
No, I'm saying they just let them go. I'm saying to the point where it didn't. I'm saying it wasn't funny because they were just trying to catch that magic that they had in part one. For instance, you look at the movie. There's no evolving from the movie. It looked like a step back. If you look at part one, right? Part one, Joe, you can almost say it was a serious movie with some funny shit in it because they kept it serious. You can almost say, you look at the general, right? When he first tried to introduce the arranged marriage.
That fucking walk.
Yo, hold on. They were elegant. They looked like something of some type of stature. You're like, yo, Zamunda's this place. Fast forward, you bring in fucking Wesley Snipes, which he could have been that same thing because that dude's supposed to be his father. He came in like a fucking warlord, fucking running Liberia. And I'm just like, yo, what, like, why did this fucking, like, did Zamunda lose money or something? Like, what the hell? But shit, you got childhood soldiers now. That part is funny.
He wasn't from Zamunda. Right. He was from a land called Nextdoria.
Right, but the thing is, right, but what I'm saying
Hold on, wait. My nigga, the place he's from is called Nextdoria.
Right.
The nigga lives in a place that was next door to Zamunda, and the name of the place is called Nextdoria. I'm sorry, that is hilarious.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
What I'm saying is that, how did your father go from general to you go to warlord with freaking childhood soldiers? No, it's not. No,
it is funny. I didn't like. That's funny, but I didn't like how Eddie Murphy was a punk. Like, the first movie, you're supposed to be the king. Like,
that's not even that. He was like even super foreign. Like the whole way that whole shit came about is like they just got Wi-Fi. They just got Wi-Fi and found out what the fuck was going on in America. The whole fleet. That joke was trash. He's like, yeah, my doctor said I'm on fleet. I'm like, yo, and why you talking super African now? Like, yo, you sound like a made-up African now.
Hold on.
That's not funny.
Time out.
He sounded a little bit better. He sounded better. He sounded a little better.
Time out.
He sounded the same in part one. Because when they went to the basketball game, he was like, yes! Like, nigga, what the fuck? Like, he sounded extra.
It came off a little bit authentic.
Hold on, wait. They definitely turned up the accent a bit. They did.
Thank you.
Turned it up a bit.
Thank you.
But they had to, because the first one in the first movie, their accents were trash. They barely had an African accent. In this one, they turned it up a little bit, and it sounded weird to us because we've seen the other movie. But hold on. And then my other point is the fleet joke would have worked if they didn't use something so outdated as fleet. Because fleet is like 7-8 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was a good joke. That joke was.
But at the end of the joke, the little girl said, "Don't use fleek anymore."
Yeah.
So it showed that it was outdated. Like
but I'm saying, but
he's like,
way
"What? I
outdated.
can't use fleek. I like fleek." So nobody uses fleek now.
But still, it's like I felt like they were set back. Like it was set back. There was no evolving. Like the world evolved, but Zamunda didn't.